The young bear wakes to dark skies over whispering pines. Clouds churn overhead as wind rustles the trees. A strange tension hangs in the air, and Zion knows something is coming. He listens carefully, his ears twitching. In the distance, thunder growls. With a deep breath, he grabs his green satchel and steps outside, determined to understand the storm before it strikes too hard. Raindrops splatter the forest floor as Zion approaches the squirrel's tall oak. The little creatures chatter nervously about the rising river. Zion's paws splash through puddles as he reassures them, promising to check downstream. His fur is quickly soaked, but his purpose is clear: warn everyone he can before the worst hits. A wild gust snaps a thick branch beside Zion, sending it crashing to the ground. He jumps back, heart pounding. The wind howls louder now, bending trees and sending leaves spinning. He presses forward through the chaos, paws muddy, breath steady. The glen is just ahead, and he knows some animals won't survive unless he reaches them. Zion skids to a stop at the stream's edge, where a family of moles huddle near the rising waters. Their burrow is already flooded. Zion finds a nearby log, pushes it across the current, and gently coaxes them to safety. Mud coats his fur, but he smiles as the moles scramble to higher ground. Heavy rain pours as Zion climbs uphill, his legs aching. He spots Eagle Rock and scrambles up the slick stones. From the summit, he sees movement near the rabbit dens. The burrows are too low. They'll flood. With a determined growl, he slides down the hill, aiming straight for them. Roots tear beneath his claws as Zion slides, barely dodging jutting stones. The hill is slick and steep. He grabs at a low-hanging branch to slow himself, gasping as it nearly snaps. At the base, he coughs and shakes off rain. The rabbits are near. He can't slow down now. A massive tree lies across the path ahead. Lightning must have brought it down. Zion squints through the rain and hauls himself over the trunk, claws scraping. He winces as a jagged knot slices his paw. Still, he presses on, limping but undeterred. The foxes need to know what's coming. The storm's roar rises. Zion's vision blurs from wind and pain. He finds a shallow cave and stumbles inside to catch his breath. His chest heaves, and his scraped paw throbs. Outside, branches lash like whips, but inside, it's quiet until a voice echoes from the shadows. An old owl perched on a stone greets Zion. With calm wisdom, the owl shares a secret trail that leads faster to the mountain's top. Zion bows his head in thanks. Renewed by the moment of peace and guidance, he limps back into the storm, eyes blazing with resolve. The narrow trail is steep and treacherous. Zion climbs hand over paw as lightning flashes. Wind tugs at him, and cold rain blinds his eyes. Each step is a test of will, but he presses forward, teeth clenched, one goal clear: warn the last families before it's too late. In a field near the ridge, deer stampede in panic as thunder crashes. Zion freezes, heart hammering. Then he steps forward, low and calm, calling to them gently. One by one, they slow. Zion leads them away from the ridge's edge, his steady presence cutting through the chaos like light. Zion finds himself at the cliffside. The path ahead has eroded, leaving only a narrow ledge. His paws tremble as he lowers himself, inching along the edge. Below, rocks tumble into mist. He doesn't look down. He focuses only on each step, and the lives depending on him. Finally, he reaches the fox burrow. The wind screams around him as he shouts above it. The foxes emerge, wide-eyed. Zion urges them up the ridge, pointing toward the cave. They hesitate, but his voice is steady. They follow, tails low, as he leads them toward safety. Halfway up, Zion spots movement below, animals stranded in the valley. He turns to the foxes. "Keep going," he says, then races back down. His muscles burn, but he doesn't stop. He can't. Not when others are still in danger. Not while there's still time to help. He finds a raccoon pinned beneath a broken branch. Rain lashes the ground. Zion digs beneath the log, planting his paws and pushing with a growl. The log rolls aside, and the raccoon scrambles free, eyes wide with gratitude. Zion nods, then lifts him onto his back. Together, they climb. Zion's legs shake, but he encourages the animals beside him. He speaks calmly, clearly. "Almost there," he says again and again. Behind him, rabbits, birds, and deer follow. Above them, the wind shrieks. But Zion's voice rises stronger still. At the cave entrance, the foxes help pull others inside. Zion lifts the raccoon one last time, then collapses beside him, chest heaving. Around him, animals huddle close, shivering but safe. The storm still rages, but inside, Zion has built something stronger. Hope. Hours pass. The storm begins to fade. Zion sits at the cave's mouth, watching the clouds break. His fur is soaked, paw bandaged with moss. He's exhausted, but a gentle smile breaks across his face. Against all odds, they made it. Every single one. Morning sun spills through the trees. Animals emerge into golden light, blinking at the quiet world. The forest is bruised, but not broken. They gather around Zion, cheering, nuzzling, thanking. His ears twitch, and he blushes beneath his fur. He doesn't speak much. He doesn't need to. His actions roared louder than the thunder. The owl watches from a branch, nodding once before flying away. Zion closes his eyes and breathes in the clean, damp scent of a saved forest. Later, the moles plant new saplings. The foxes build higher shelters. Everyone works together and everyone remembers. When storms come again, they'll know how to face them. All because one brave bear lit the path first. That night, under a clear sky, they hold a gathering. The animals share stories, laughter, and food. Zion sits quietly with his satchel beside him. He doesn't ask for attention, but every eye sees him. Every heart remembers his courage. When little ones ask what bravery looks like, their parents point to Zion, not because he wasn't afraid, but because he acted despite fear, because he cared, because he stood when others could not. And as the stars twinkle high above, Zion leans back against a tree, heart full. He didn't mean to be a hero. He just did what needed to be done. That, he thinks, is enough. That, he knows, is courage